Guardiane here to do unannounced, completely random live stream again because I haven't done anything in so long. I'm a bum. Why? Same old stuff. Just watch any of my other videos where I go on and on about what's going on in my life. And it's not a valid excuse, but hey, Miles Blorf. So why am I doing this live stream? What's going on? Where have I been? Well, where have I been? Again, summarized really quick. Family issues going on, and ever since my wife had to go back home to see her family, my whole schedule's been upside down, and I first went on a little break from video making just to relax, and now I'm doing what I feared in that, and now I'm just gone nuts with relaxing, and I find it very difficult to go back to making videos because I was feeling like work. And as much as fun as it was to watch, the end result of everything, I don't know. I need to get back into it. It's just hard. So, yeah. Anyway, I've said all this before. So, but I'm doing a spontaneous stream now because I feel like I should do something once in a while. Not that it matters because I'm not a mainstream YouTube person anyway. I never was. I've tried for how many years now? Look at this guy. Move this camera down. Whatever. You can still see me. I've never been big, but that's good because I don't think I'd handle fame very well. So, whatever. So, hey, there's some people here. Hey, ZX Specky. How's it going? Pimp. Oh, my microphone's quiet. Uh-oh. Is it picked the right one? And let me see. Let me make sure it's picked the right microphone because who knows? Things change on their own sometimes. Where is it? No, it says it's picked the right one. Okay, I have to go into the microphone settings and find out why. Sometimes it turns itself down. I don't know. How's that? Is that better? Is that better at all? I turn it all the way up. If it's too loud, let me know and I can turn it back down. I don't know why my microphone has a mind of its own. It automatically adjusts itself back to 0. So I don't know why. But an issue with Fallout. I had an issue with Fallout? What issue did I have? I forget now. But yeah, it was good to play Fallout with you, ZX Specky again. Thanks for the sniper rifle. It saved my life a billion times. Because I still can't, I can't craft my own shotgun in that game yet. And I can't, every time I find a better one, I keep forgetting to keep it. I scrap it. I'm like, oh no, I gotta upgrade my old gun. But anyway, it's good. Thank you for all that. And other than that, what is the purpose of this stream today? Well, as the title card says, it's for PCs. And it's the stream nobody asked for. That's too bad. It's my channel. I'll stream what I want. So why PCs today? I'm sure I've talked about this before. It's because I'm about to upgrade my own PC for the first time in over a decade. I mean, I've had a new PC since, and I think I've talked about that too, where my friend Steve gave me his hand-me-down computer, which was better than my old computer, even though his was a hand-me-down. And I've been using that for the past couple of years. But I thought, you know what, this computer already in itself is 10 years old, almost. And I thought, you know what, why wait till it dies to upgrade? I'm doing okay for money right now, so the money I'm investing in it I'm hoping this new computer I'm about to build will last me the next 10 years at least. That's the idea. But, things happen, things break, but the idea is I upgrade now and don't worry about it for the next 10 years, so that's a good investment, right? I'm not like some people who, hey, the newest model of phone came out, buy it. Like, how can anyone afford to do that? But people do. Want a shoddy, Miles, if I need anything in the game? Yeah, hey, Steve. Hey, thanks for coming. Everyone's here. No, don't worry about making me a shotgun. A sniper rifle saving my life. The shotgun, I'll just have to remember when I find one, check the level of it, keep that one and scrap my old one. I'm just dumb. So, but here's what I'm talking about today. So, here's one thing. This is what I got, an Ultra 7 Intel Core, because you guys care. This is the lowest end Ultra 7, meaning it doesn't have built-in video, but I don't need built-in video, don't care. I'm never going to use that. And my motherboard, I'm very excited to put this together probably tomorrow because I have to do things later today. Oh, I can't see it because it's all green screening out. It's a Gigabyte Z890 UD. There's so many things to choose from, right? That's why I like PC Parts Picker. I can show you guys later, but it really saves you a hell of a lot of time because I used to manually look it up myself. Like, okay, what motherboard do I want? What does it support? Manually look up all the specs. Where a PC Parts Picker just does all that for you, and it saves you a headache and time. But yeah, the rest of my parts showed up today, and I got another SSD. I already have, like, this is my third one because I'm freak and I have tons of storage. So my new motherboard has 3 M2 slots in it, and that's what this SSD is a M2. For those that don't know, M2 drive, and those are like the best type of SSDs, NVMEs you can get right now. I think there may be some better one that's space age that I don't know about, but this is the most common. And they achieve speeds we don't even need yet, but who knows? The next couple of years we probably will. And I got my RAM. Yay! Can't see it because it's all, you know. I don't care too much about the brand for RAM. T-Force has worked for me before, and it was cheap. So 6400 megahertz DDR5. I know you guys are saying stuff. Hang on. And the biggest thing of all, oh my god, I didn't realize it'd be so friggin' big. It's my liquid cooling. I can't fit it on the screen. It's so big. Yeah, look how big this thing is. Like, I was expecting it to be like half the size. This thing is the size of my head. Like, what the hell? I don't even know what Montech is. I mean, I'm like, okay, well, I got good ratings. You can't see it because of friggin' green screening crap. I guess I could turn it off temporarily. Hang on, let me do that right now. My background, be original. You can see my bummy house. There you go. That's it. Yay! It's my Montech Hyperflow, whatever. Now, if there's any super pros watching this, they'll be like, Montech sucks. I don't care. If it works, I don't care. I don't care if it's super duper mega pro $500 cooling. I just, whatever, had good reviews. It's good enough. So, one last but not least, my underwear. You guys can see that. See, there you go. Boxers. Because I thought, why not? I'm ordering everything else. And I was like, an underwear. So there's my full kit. Computer and underwear. And I got foot spray for my foot odor, too. Because I just tell you guys everything. Why not? I might as well just share the whole thing. Now let's go back to my spaceship. There we go. See? I was here the whole time. This is a holodeck. What are you guys saying? Yeah, grab a new computer. It'll hold me. Feet pics? Gigabyte are good. It was a graphic card. Oh, the graphics card is... I'm keeping the old one from Steve's hand-me-down computer because it's still a good card. I know Steve and everyone's saying I should get a better card too, but I already spent $1,000 on this stuff, and I'm too cheap to spend another $1,000 on a video card. So it's a RTX 2070. Correct me if I'm wrong, Steve. 4 gig card. It works fantastic. I have no need to replace it right now. I'm going to keep it. Until it dies or it underperforms, but I don't imagine it'll underperform for a while. And when it dies, then great, I'll buy another card because I have no choice. Because I don't have built-in video or audio or built-in video. I don't know why I said audio. It has built-in audio on all motherboards. So yeah, 2070 and keeping my old SSDs, the old tower, the old fans. But the whole, strangely enough, the most complicated thing I'm probably going to have to do is the RGB lighting crap. That's the most complicated thing I find now. Like when I was putting other people's other computers together, or when I bought my fans, which you can't see from here, but I'm like, what the fuck is this maze of wires? Like, what do I got to do here? Like, it comes with like a mini USB hub for the cabling inside your computer, and I'm like, what the? This for color? It's worth it, actually, because it's really cool, but I now have to... Well, thankfully my new motherboard comes in with RGB lighting things on it, so that makes it world of a difference. Plus, I still get that mini hub in this computer here, so I can move it to that one. And everyone has color. Problem is, it's underneath my desk, so I can barely see it because I really have to rearrange everything, and I'm too lazy. So what else are you guys saying here? Well, is good. You're on a quest to back up the internet. Yeah, yes. I'm backing up the internet. I have like redundancy after redundancy here for my data because I'm so paranoid about losing it. Freak storage is best storage, yes. Beast model, yes. Did you get a new graphics card? No, I just answered that. Epic undies are the most important part of a PC build, isn't it? I mean, how could you buy a new computer without underwear? Come on. I mean, what the hell's wrong with you guys? Yeah, 2070 ROG Strix OC. Hear me out, don't bother with the RGB. Yeah, I know. I can't help it though. I mean, I don't even know why I bought RGB RAM. I'm not going to see it. I don't have a tower that can let me see it, so that was stupid, but... I know what I was doing though when I was on PC Parts Picker, which, let me just share my screen just to give you... For those who aren't aware, who's even watching, I mean, everyone watching probably is aware. But I'm going to go here anyway. I'm going to go to my desktop in just a second. Verify you are human. Yes, I'm human. Here we go. It's only partially set up, so let me go here. Watch my head not be in the thing. Yeah, I'm here. So this is a PC Parts Picker. This is an old... Well, actually, no, this is the right stuff. I'm not sure why the cooler's missing it. Maybe it's not sold anymore. But it lets you pick... Like, you first start off with the motherboard. Oop, and I've already screwed it up because I'm just that good. Or CPU, and then it gives you a list of... Once you pick your CPU, whatever it is, it'll give you... When you go to motherboard, it'll give you a list of motherboards that are compatible with that CPU. And then when you pick the cooler, it tells you a cooler that's compatible with the CPU and a motherboard, and on. It does everything for you. Whereas back in the day, before this, you'd have to manually do your homework, which isn't a bad thing to do research, but it could be really cumbersome and a pain in the ass, especially when you want to make sure of every little thing. Like, look at the RAM. 32 gig, DDR5, 6400, CL40. Like, you have to pay attention to these stupid numbers. Because, oh, your motherboard might support DDR5 6400, but not CL40 or something like that. And you're like, come on. So I'm glad these websites exist to do that for you, and you can be... I continue to be lazy. But I still know, thankfully, I still have the knowledge on how to do that myself if I needed to, but... That's why it's like a trainer for life. Cheat codes, right? It's okay there. I'm not paying a lifetime membership for this. But yeah, this is where I went, and even goes as far as tells you where you can buy them. Of course, this is defaulting to the US for no reason, but I had to buy half my stuff from Newegg and the other half from Amazon because they weren't all available in one place. But that's fine, because Newegg and Amazon both have free shipping, and Newegg is actually pretty good now. They used to be rip-off before, but now I can't help but feel they're pretty reasonable. Press X to doubt. I still have the box here. Next time we land, I'll bring it and give it to you. Okay, sure. It's an 8 gig card? I thought it was 4 gig. Well, whatever. Maybe Specky's lying to me. You're gonna dual boot? Yeah, I'm also gonna dual boot because right now I was thinking of avoiding Windows altogether because, you know, spyware and they're out to get you, and they probably are. But I'm not really doing anything except borrowing movies and stuff, which I return. But still, it's like, I don't like the idea of... No one likes the idea of possibly being spied on, so Windows 11 made me paranoid, but I think I felt the same way about Windows 10, and here I am using it as we speak. So I want to dual boot to, like, Pop! OS Linux, as suggested by Miles, because it's... He says it's very similar to Windows, and that's what I'm aiming for, so if one day I truly do get sick of Windows, I can say, screw that, and go straight to Pop! OS. That's the idea, but I probably won't. I'll just have it there and never use it, because that's the type of person I am. But maybe I'll surprise myself and will use it. So who knows? So that's the idea. I'm going to dual boot to Windows and Linux Pop! OS and fool around with that. But yeah, I just got the parts today, so I haven't even started putting them together. And I'm still making a list of, like, hang on, bring this over here. Of all my applications that I need to reinstall and make sure I have everything ready. Because it's not like it used to be. When I was a teenager, or a young adult, I should say, and I was doing this, I found it fun to format and reinstall everything. Because I had nothing to... There was nothing to it. I had no data to worry about losing. I had it on CD. Because back then you could fit everything on CD or DVDs. And that was it. I had nothing to worry about reconfiguring or backing up. But nowadays it's like, oh my god. Like reinstalling Adobe Premiere Pro, for example, is such a cumbersome process. Not easy. Because I have to re-import all my plugins and stuff like that. And they don't make it easy. It's like they purposely make it hard to do that. Stuff like that. It's just a pain in the ass. And worst of all, half the time I forget to back up like the plugins and stuff from applications. So when I go to reinstall, I'm like, oh, I forgot about all the how to reconfigure this. I have to do my math research all over again, relearn how to configure it, get stressed out and yell at my computer, which thankfully you guys never see. And you know, so I'm trying to get ahead and make sure I got everything, but I always miss something. It's inevitable. And it's never straightforward too, right? Like guarantee when I reinstall this computer or set up this computer for the first time, something's going to go wrong and I'm going to freak out thinking I broke it. Always happens. Always. And like it like won't post or something. It can't just be like turn it on and it works. Never. Has to be stress process playing Helldivers 2 similarities. You're going to do 20 cores is bonkers. Yeah. That's why I'm going to benchmark this computer. I meant to do it last night. I forgot. Because I'm going to run it overnight. And then benchmark the new one just to do a comparison of how drastically, if hopefully drastically different the performance is. But according to websites, it's the processor, for example, is only 40% better. Which is good. But you'd think, well, 20 cores shouldn't it be like 100% better? But no, it's fine. I'm not really... I don't care. I just want a newer computer, something that's not 10 years old. But I really do thank you again, Steve, for giving me that computer, because it's been working beautifully. There were some kinks here and there that I figured out, but no big deal. And I also gave my old computer to my friend Jesse, is for free. Since I got his computer for free, I gave my old computer away for free, which he's still using to this day. His youngest son is using it. But that's what I also want to talk about. For no reason, my history with computers and how I got into this stuff and my very first computer ever sort of thing. Maybe I won't go too much into that, but I also have some like examples I'm going to show. Because I was going to say my very first computer. No. Go back so you can see my gigantic head. There you go. My very first computer, I think, is debatable. Or I should say PC is debatable. And why do I say that? Because when I say PC, what do you think of? You think of a tower with now RGB colors and see-through panels, and right? Or a little box of some kind. But once upon a time, they weren't always PCs, right? So my very first computer would have been an Atari 800, and I wouldn't classify that as a PC, even though PC means personal computer, so I guess it would be. But that's why I'm saying like debatable, because when I think PC, I think a tower. My very first tower was a 386. So before that, I had an Atari 800, and for those of you that don't know, an Atari 800 is like a Commodore 64. They run the same time. It's just a keyboard. Everything's built into that keyboard. And I don't know why I switched back to my desktop. I should have just stayed here. Alright. Should have stayed on my desktop. That's that Atari 800 I had. Where is it? Where is the one I had? Here it is. It's a very crappy picture, but... There. Let's go back again. So that's the Atari 800 I had. This is the model I had. And exactly the same. And it was a fun little computer, but it wasn't like today's computers where you had a built-in OS. Like, it had an OS, but it was so primitive. You couldn't do anything with it other than run a diagnostic test, which who knows what that did. Gave you gibberish. But yeah, that was a computer. That was it. And you plugged in the joysticks to the side, cartridges in the back. You can hook it up to a TV. We had a little black and white TV we hooked it up to. We used to hook it up to the color TV for a while, but at one point my dad made us put it on the black and white. And yeah, it had a floppy disk drive. And what model was that again? 300 floppy. The actual floppy disks, not the 90s floppy disks. Floppy drive. Where is it? Ah, here it is. And that was it. My first floppy drive. And it ran everything, all your games, everything was run from this thing. So, and my dad had a friend, because didn't everyone's dad have a friend that could get you tons of free games or whatever? Like, he'd always come home with like a new disc with like 5 games on it. And you could put on either side of the disc, you could put like 2 or 3 games depending on how big it was. So you can imagine if each disc had 5 games, we had like 100 discs. That's how many games we had in the end. And it was crazy because my dad just kept coming home with them like every other day for a while. And I don't know where he got them. I was too young to care to ask, but and you've seen my tons of videos in the past of me playing them. So Robin Hood, you know, the Tombstone Death, that's Atari 800. But anyway, you guys are saying stuff here. Let me see. It's also how fast the board and chip interact with the other bits in your PC. I forget what we're talking about there. You'll need to Linux for sure, yeah. Technically correct is at best correct. There might have been Atari 400, but I only had the 800. Back then, there was so many renditions of the same damn computer, right? Like Commodore and Atari, and everyone had so many versions. But the 800 and Commodore 64 weren't far apart in age. Because you could even, like, we had something called a translator for this here. That if you use a translator, I'm pretty sure this is what it was for. You could play, like, certain Commodore 64 games on it. Because the translator disc would translate the game to work. Because there were certain games we had to use a translator first before the games would work. I forget which ones they were, but yeah, interesting time. And I'll even show you. Where is it? Me at 6 years old. This is it. It's really grainy because, of course, it's old school 8mm, and I can't enhance this no matter what I do. But yeah, this is me when I was 6 years old, because this is some footage on here.
Jeff? How old are you now, Jeffrey? 6? What grade of school are you in now? Yeah, let's get you two sides. What grade? Grade 1 now?
Grade 1. Look at a onesie Winnie the Pooh suit.
What'd you get for Christmas, Jeff? Yeah, bring him out here, Rick. Bring him out into the kitchen here.
That's me, obviously, there. That's my brother, Dave, and my dad. And
window over there.
I miss that house. Same house that Miles and Steve can vouch for. We hung out in until I was 24 years old.
You're getting pretty tall there, David.
And sad to say that basement no longer exists. The basement, sorry, exists, but it was all gutted before my dad sold the house, so that we'll never see this again. Not that I would anyway, but it's just sad to know that this doesn't exist anymore. The pipes are still there.
Hot wheel? Yeah.
Radiators.
What else? Racing set. Boy, your voice has changed, Jeff.
See, I used to be cute, right? Huh?
What'd you get?
Zax.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, the part with the
Questions or something?
Atari 800. Where'd you go with the camera?
Oh, here we go.
Zax mask.
All right, Sax. Now I got it. Let's see that, Dave. Let me zoom in on your Sax mask. Huh? Boy, you look like your mother now.
Oh, it's funny. See, my uncle had more footage of me, but he lost it. Here it is. Okay, the footage of coming up.
Man, you look like Brian Riley with that mask.
Brian Riley. All right. That's me singing, I guess. There it is. See?
What are you gonna do now,
The
Jeff?
Atari. I was 6 and knew how to play it.
Yeah. What game is that? Oh yeah, picks up the whole game. What game you playing?
Look at the old dot matrix printer on top of the beta. And it's just super retro. This is Crush, Crumble, and Stomp. I have this game, but I kind of forget how to play it.
Just to show you that it works on the TV.
Because you don't use a joystick for this, you use the keyboard controls, and I forget what controls do what.
Yeah. Cameron, now, Jeff. Now tell us what
I don't even know what I'm saying here. I'm like,
What do you gotta fix on that computer game? What do you gotta do to it? You said you have to do to that game.
I didn't get what he was saying.
What are you gonna do with that monster, Jeff?
The old loading sounds. And the video ends right about here anyway. So that was my first computer, the Atari 800. And I many, actually, we think we've only had that for a couple of years. Because what kept happening with that damn thing was back then we'd go up north to somewhere. And we go up for like maybe 2 weeks. And when we came back, this thing, disk drive, would stop working. It's like if you didn't use it all the time, it would stop working. So the first time it happened, my dad fixed it. But the second time, the next year, my dad's like, it's dated. It costs too much money to fix, believe it or not. And he didn't bother. And that was it. That was the end of my Atari 800. I kept the discs forever. I kept them in storage in a container the whole time. And when I moved, when I got married for the first time, I bought this floppy drive and the computer and tried to use the old discs, but they were all corrupt somehow, even though they never got moisture or anything. None of them were working. And you would say, well, maybe the floppy disk drive was bad, but it wasn't, because he gave you a test disc with it to prove it worked, and it did. So it just meant all my discs were bad. So I got mad and I just kind of discarded it. I don't know what I did with it to this day. I wish I kept it, but apparently I just chucked it or something, because I have no idea where it went after that. What a waste. But yeah, so that was gone. And it wasn't until my uncle in the 90s, like 94, he had a 386 computer. He was retiring. So he gave that to us for free. And for me, even though it was an old computer, it was brand new to me. And it was amazing. Like, I had a computer since this Atari. And yeah, I guess I can only do what I did earlier. 386 tower. They all pretty much look the same. Like, honestly, it looked like very similar to this. Oh, I closed it by accident. No. Let's save it. Open in new tab. Thank you. So yeah, like the middle one, or the bottom one even. It looked very similar to that. Not quite. But all the 386s looked the same back then. Very generic, yellow, ugly looking computer. But that's what I had. And I have footage of, like, put that on too. Why not? I was looking it up earlier, actually, for the title card. We'll say, what tape was it? Tape 6 Hilarious. Okay. No, stop opening over there. Over here. Okay, now I'm going to say what's time code. 13653. This is like me. This is Jesse playing Star Trek 25th Anniversary Edition. Great game still to this day. But he always just played for the space fights. He didn't really bother with the missions. Because they were fun. You could actually cheap out the game too, But yeah, that's PC speaker you're hearing. We didn't have an actual sound card for the damn thing. I also played Warcraft 1 on it, and it ran so crap. Like, it had no sound because it didn't have PC speaker option. It was so slow, but I didn't care because it was so new of a game for me that I didn't realize it was slow or crap. I just thought it was amazingly fun as it was. Warcraft 1, Doom 2, I played for the first time on this thing. Battle Chess, I played that in grade school, but I had it for this. Now he's losing over and over again.
Enterprise having happy voyages.
Wow, what an easy game!
Because the thing with that game, if you went to the wrong planet, you were like, there's certain planets you had to go to per mission. If you went to the wrong one, you'd often go to a planet with 3 enemy ships on it, and you could barely win. Like, you'd have to be really good at the game. That's why he's dying over and over again. Yeah, see, like there's a Klingon, a Romulan, and a pirate, or I think a pirate ship there. Okay, now there's Star Wars. All right, but yeah, my 386. I remember playing Miles back on Heat.net days. If anyone remembers what Heat.net was, Virtual LAN is pretty much what it was. You'd play Warcraft 1 on it and everything else. Dial-up modem. God, that was my first official PC. And back then, I didn't know anything about them. I didn't know how to build them, how they worked. It wasn't until I met Steve and Miles, the same 2 guys on this chat, that they taught me how to build a computer and how it works and all the innards. And that's how I got into strictly being PC all the time. I just love... It's fun to build them whenever you can. It's just so costly now. And I'm always just waiting for an excuse, like my computer to die. And thankfully, they don't really die. They last a long time, as long as you know what you're doing. You need to buy good parts. So I haven't read your comments since then. I had a Tandy TL1000 or some piece of junk from Radio Shack. Yeah, not Tandy. That's Apple, right? Or is it Tandy? I thought isn't Tandy an affiliate of Apple? I don't know. Dumb. Which had CGA graphics, so it could run anything. No control, no alt. There's a dude that I bought that... Oop. My thing scrolled up. There is a dude... Where is... Oh my god, there's so much stuff I missed. There's a dude that bought the Commodore trademark and trying to revive product line. Oh. I bet it sounded like heaven when he punched keys too. Go keyboards are clicky mechanical ones. But yeah, I guess it did. I didn't really thought about it back then. I'm sure I have plenty of old footage where someone's typing. I can't help but doubt it's going to work out too well, since the majority of all people that remember Commodore are not likely to seriously invest in it. Yeah, I guess not. Everyone is a friend of a dad who is the guy who knows a guy. Yeah, like my dad knew this guy who kept giving us free games. Like, I don't know how, but... Or did it dirt cheap. If that guy does it right and makes it worth the right bits and bobs, definitely a market for it. There is a guy out there that sells... He actually puts together old 386, 486 computers and sells them like that. Problem is, it's super expensive. I'm like, no, man. Like, you're selling a dated computer for modern prices? Are you stupid? Like, I get it probably costs you a good amount of money to make an old computer like that, but I'm not paying $900 for a 46 computer. Like, that's what really pissed me off. I forget which website it is, but there was some guy who did that. I'm like, great idea, but I'm not paying that kind of money. You sell it for $150, I'll buy it. 486 computer buy, I don't know. There was some guy who would just show up, but it's not. So, yeah. So my 386 was my next computer. We used that thing for so long that it just eventually died. Like, it just stopped turning on. Who knows? Power supply might have died. Overheated. I don't know. But it just stopped working. And from there, when that died, we didn't have a computer again for another couple of years. Until my other uncle got rid of his old computer as a hand-me-down and gave it to my dad, which was a Pentium 2 800. But it was a Celeron. And that's when I learned about Celerons and how crap they were. They were dirt cheap for a reason, because they sucked. But again, it was a new computer to me. I played StarCraft on that thing. I played everything on that thing under the sun, whatever it could support. I think I played AVP on that thing. Alien versus Predator. Those are some good days. And after that is when I finally got a job and got a credit card and made the mistake of maxing out my credit card to buy my own first computer, which I totally forget what it was now. I honestly don't remember. Pentium 4, I don't know now. I don't know how I can remember my dad's computer, Pentium 2 800, but I can't remember the computer I actually bought. I wonder if I have documents on it still. I should check. I usually keep everything. Let's see. I want to check on that monitor because it might reveal other stuff. Put this over here. I'm going to check really quick. Actually, while I'm checking, I'll put on another quick video with my 386 in it. Oh yeah, this is dumb. Okay, what tape is this? Tape 8 Old Friend. What did I go? Oh yeah, Old Friend. That's from Star Trek 2. That's why I labeled my tapes. Like, I kept, when I label the tapes on my computer, I label them as the actual name on the tape itself, the 8mm tape. So the tape was called Tape 8 Old Friend. So I don't know how I put Old Friend on there, other than it's from Star Trek.
Flat shit. When I used to be a guy.
Okay, so what's the time spot for that? 38:08. That's Wing Commander.
Welcome.
There you go. So while I'm looking that up, you guys can watch that a second there.
Get it? Book time? If you do get it, then you're a genius or something. 'Cause I sure don't.
MDG computer receipt. I have the receipt. My God, MDG. That's the company I bought it from. Wow, I still have the receipt. It was a Pentium 4. All right, here we go. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is it. Yeah, because it came to $1,800 after taxes. I'm going to pause it video. All right. I still have the receipt. I can't believe it. Probably should have shown my old address, but whatever. I don't live there anymore. And the person who does live there, I don't even know. CDRW Radeon 9200 SE. Wow. And I remember at that time, too, that I didn't feel like the Radeon card was any good. Like, I never had any luck with Radeon cards. In the minute I moved to NVIDIA, bam, huge world of a difference. But that could have been a combination of so many things. Like, it could have been just, at that time, I was playing more modern games that utilized the card more. So it just seemed like the NVIDIA card was better. And maybe I wasn't even playing the proper games. I don't know. So, speakers, Samsung, 19-inch monitor. Is that what that is? Windows XP Home. Microsoft Works. That printer. Yeah, came with all that stuff. Wow. That was my very first personally bought computer. And they screwed me a couple times on something. I forget what, that company. They gave me a used hard drive or something like that. I forget. Like, they screwed me. So I never bought from them again after this. But the computer worked. I used it for many, many years. And I forget when I retired this one. I think when I got married the second time. That's when I built my first computer, I'm pretty sure. But let me see what you guys are saying here again. Sorry. I can't help but doubt it's not going to work out too. The majority of all people look so much like you look so much like your dad. I'm like, do I? Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, because I'm older than my dad now than he was in that video. I'm pretty sure. Like, he must have been, I think, either 40 or late 30s in that video, something like that. I forget. They demagnetize. Oh yeah, the discs maybe. Yeah, pretty sure that's what happens eventually to most of the old stuff. Yeah, it's just disappointing when those discs didn't work after all that time when I thought I was properly preserving them. I remember having an old TriStar. It was a beige box with a wood panel finish. Well, that sounds cool. It had 2 knobs for a Switch for 3 ways to play Pong. Oh, you're okay. I'm thinking of a PC tower, but yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I never had one of those. I think we had a console before the Atari 800, but I want to say it was a Donkey Kong console, but no such thing existed. But in my head, it did. It was like I for some reason I'm convinced it was an old Donkey Kong strict console, but I googled it. There's no such thing, so I'm delusional brain. All the drive bays are being shades of different beige. Yeah. Game. Yeah, Duke Nukem for sure was actually not on my 386. I tried getting Duke Nukem for my 386 from Dennis, and he had like 15 floppy disks, so small ones. And of course, as everyone knows, one of them was corrupt, so the whole thing was useless. And it wouldn't have run on that old piece of junk computer anyway, because Doom 2 barrel 50. Oh my god, that card ran it for so long. Yeah, I still have this. No, I think I finally recycled it. But I had it in my storage for so long. This card. I used this card till it was underperforming. Like, it was so bad, everything was choppy and pixelated, and I had no choice. That's how long I used this card for. It was DDR5? Really? Isn't DDR5 now? Doesn't seem right. But, whatever. Yeah, that thing I used till I died, and then I got, what did I get after that? I forget. Yeah, then I got a GeForce FX 8600 GT. Is that what I got? That's what it says on my list here. It says that's old. Two gig of RAM, that's all I got? Damn. I guess back then 2 gig of RAM 2008 would have been okay. Yeah. 2011 parts. It's the same thing. Let's move this over. GTS 450. It was DDR5. One gig. I don't know why it says old GTX. Wouldn't it? Would they be newer? That was my old card? I'm gonna look that up now. I'm just curious. Video card comparison. I wonder if it still lets you do that. Might be too old to do it. Not there. GTS 450. It's still here. And what was it? 8600. GeForce FX 8600. Did I put that wrong? GT. Yeah, the 450 is a million years. 353% better. Wow. Damn. That was my old card. Hugely better. Hugely. Wow. So this is the card I had before. 8600 GT. And even then, you know, compared the GTS 400 to, say... Yeah, let's go back and do it now. Like, what do I have now? GTS 450. And the 2070. 2070... It wasn't a super, right? I should know my own products, but I'm live streaming, so brain melting. And Steve's probably telling me right now in the chat, but I'm just looking to look at this. 4 gig. See, it is 4 gig. RTX 2070, just a regular, yeah. Look at that. 1,306% better. than the old GTS 450. That's how long I held on to that card, pretty much. I didn't go straight to a 2070. That's Steve's card. But I went to something not much lesser than that. And look at that, 1,000 times better. Oh my god. 1,000! Wow. But that's the card I had for so long. And I was just so badly underperforming. Like, I can't play games anymore. I have to buy a new card. But my thing isn't saying when I went from... what about this one? Core 2 Duo again. So it says GTS 450. Is it new? New computer 2015 and 2019. Maybe it's this one then. Ah, there it is. GTX 1060. I totally forgot I had that card. GTS 450. 1060. Oh, how many gigabytes was it? 1? 3 gig. Okay, is that comparing? Did I forget to check the other one? Did my internet go down? No, I'm still here. This website just stopped working. Oh, there it goes. See, even then the 1060 was still 600 times better. Wow, 600%. So that just tells you how long I waited, patiently saving my money until I forced myself to upgrade. And when I got this thing, I'm like, whew, way better. And now I got to compare the 1060 to the 2070 because I can. Oh, it's right here. Well, 86, not that much better, but still, see, it was on par. So that old computer I had with the 1060, and I gave it to Jesse for free, since Steve gave me his computer for free. And now I'm finally like, oh, I'm going to build a whole new computer. So I'm still using that 2070, same one, because again, it's not underperforming by any means. I'm having a perfectly good time with it. I don't care how old it is. 2018 still works great. Because honestly, I don't think video cards have evolved all that much since then. Not really. I mean, like, what's the latest GPU out there? Let's see. 5070. Is that like the latest? Okay, well, let's just say nothing. 5060. 5090. Okay, we'll say 5090 versus 2070. Oh wow, actually, I guess they have improved a bit. But still, like, what is it? But that's still, like, I don't know, like, I don't have a 4K setup. I don't have Mega Pro setup. This is probably what Steve has right now or is going to get. But I don't know. I guess I'm not picky. I don't really need a better card. Plus, look at the cost. Look at the cost. Why? Who has the money to buy this card? Steve. But yeah. I have 3 or 4 old video cards kicking around just in case. Yeah, I think I still have something sitting around. Oh, yeah, I have... Now, this isn't mine, but it's a... You can't see, it's a 30... No, it's not a 3060, sorry. This isn't it. Inside of it is a 1060. This is a box for a 3060, but there's you can't see it at all. It's a 1060 in here that Clayton, a friend of mine, he said I could have it, but I feel bad. So I said I'll hang on to it. So he had nowhere to put it. It's a 1060 in there, that spare, worst case scenario sort of thing, but you never know. Apparently because Specky's 32-bit app, it reports 2070's 4 gig. Oh, really? So it really is an 8 gig card? Well, let me go into oh, what is that called? The built-in one for Windows. Hardware. System, maybe just system. You're right. Oh, I'm sorry, Steve. I'm sorry I doubted you. I'm the worst friend ever. It is an 8 gig card. Wow. Okay. So, yes, but the frig, Specky, useless friggin' app. Failed me. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, I'm sure it's... Maybe it won't be 300%. Maybe 200. I don't know. But wow. So, but still, it hasn't evolved too much. But maybe I'm not evolving, so I don't even realize. That's why I went with the 4060. Unless you're planning to get a better monitor later than doing 1440p. I don't care. Hardware monitor 2070's ballin'. Yeah. So what do you see? 4060? 2070. These are they're all mobile versions. 2070 4060. Oh, which one do you have, Miles? The 4060 regular or TI? I could easily do a 1440 ultra wide. I have a monitor just sitting in my closet. See, yeah, I need to get a new desk if I'm going to get a bigger monitor than I have now. My desk is... I can only fit in a monitor like this big, you know? So... Or I was thinking I'd buy an arm I can attach to my desk, and I can bring the monitor out, and I can have any size I want. And I can just put it back in when I'm done with it. But, yeah, I have to go find an arm. You know, Miles, you told me all the arms you ever found for monitors were terrible. So, non-TIO. Oh, your card is 20% better than the one I have. So there we go. We're pretty much on par with each other. This is assuming this website's accurate. I'm hoping it is, but whatever. I'm not going to be neckbeard tough guy now. Even though your card's better. So I wouldn't be the neckbeard, you would be. Better than you? Actually, Jeff, that's how they all talk. All the time. The Ramsey effect. Okay. But yeah. No? Value and sentiment? Your card's more sentimental than mine. Nice to haves. Well, yours is a lot more recent. Average bench. But yeah, this is what I used to do when I went shopping, or I still do when I go shopping for video cards. I'm like, okay, so within my price range, what would be a better card that's better, and has to be at least 50% better, I'd say. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother investing in a new card if it's only a fraction better. Unless, of course, my old card died. But yeah, that's where I am today. My history with computers. Thank you, Miles and Steve, for showing me how to build a computer, because, it's been a fun hobby that I wish I could invest in more often. I built other computers for people and quickly learned about cable management, embarrassingly the hard way. Because when I first started building computers, you didn't care about cable management because you didn't look inside of them. But nowadays, everyone wants you to look inside of them because colors. So cable management is now very important, which I guess it's always important, but just much more now than it ever has been. So when I built a computer for my one friend Clayton, I didn't do his cable management properly at all, and I felt embarrassed, but it worked. It worked fine. It's water. I used to put them in glasses, but now I just bring my thermos down because it preserves the water from outside stuff, and I can put more in here. Because you asked. Well, I can't wait to put this together. I can't wait to put on my new underwear. And my super gigantic cooler. It's the biggest thing here. It's so big. Like, what the hell? I'll do it tomorrow. I got a bunch of things to do today, and I need to focus when I'm doing this. And I also have to make sure I get all the applications I want. Want to reinstall. I got all the configuration data I need. That's what I'm paranoid about, formatting, and then I forgot something. Always happens. Usually lately, whenever I format, it's a minor thing I forgot about. Nothing heartbreaking that I can't figure out again. I am happy, yeah. This is fun. I love when I can build my own computer. I feel like when I have people over, like if it was my old house, I'd have everyone come over and we can build a computer together. It's just, my current house is too small and bummy, and yeah, it's not the same. But, well, I'll eventually put this together. I also have to rearrange my SSDs and find out which drive I want to use for which thing, and you know, I think I wanted this to be my primary drive. My old primary drive would be my application drive, and my other one would be my games drive. And I'm sure I'll be interchanging them as I run out of space on the other ones. And yeah, so can't wait. I gotta benchmark this too. I have to make sure. I need to know how much better or worse is my new computer going to be. So, other than that, as for new videos coming up, I should be working on them. I did start the top 10 one, barely. You saw some of the Helldivers 2 footage I put up. I have tons of repo stuff to still put up, but you could check out Miles's channel, and for Steve's stuff and that on there. It's me. So if we go to YouTube, oh, I got it right here actually. Why is this Patreon? Where is your channel? Block user? No. Is that working at all right now? Okay, I don't know. Let's go back. There it is. Yeah, see, Miles' channel has, from Steve and him, all these different things. 8 months ago. Put up videos of us playing lately and everything else, so you guys should check that out, because all our antics are there as well. And they've been actually doing a lot more work than I've been doing lately, so you should check them out. Subscribe, press the like button and the bell and whatever. And my face is right there. Land Party Weekend Predator Trivia. Even though I wasn't part of that one. That's fine. My face is still there. Other than that, yeah, I'll eventually... I'm not giving up on my channel. I'm just taking a very long extended break. I swear I'll get back to it. But by then, the last time I went on hiatus, I'll probably have no one left to come back. But hopefully ZX Specky and Sayak and everyone else. Terrible. I'm forgetting the names because I'm a jerk. Terrible YouTuber. All my other fans that still exist will still be around. Because, yeah. If they all disappear, then I have zero reason to do this. So, Cinebench once the ball gets rolling again, so no one will be able to stop it. Yeah. What was I going to say? What app was I going to use? Yeah, this was it. I just quickly got this. It's supposed to be free for the basic testing. I'm not going to pay for it. But I was just going to run this because I wasn't trying to get hardcore super pro results. I just wanted to get an idea on the tests. What the end result would be. Log them and then compare it to the new computer. So, yeah, I'll run this. I see if there's a full. I haven't bothered to check it out. See if I can run like a full blown test. That would probably take all night to do. I'm sure it lets you do that, but because it looks like it's individual. Run all the tests sequentially. There you go. Memory mark, disk mark, 2D mark, 3D mark. Oh, it just says it'll take several minutes? Oh, what about this one? Doesn't say how long. Okay. But yeah, I thought I'd just run this later on tonight, whatever, when I'm busy doing stuff, and see what happens, and yeah. But I'll let you guys know how it goes with my new computer build, and yeah, and, yes, and the box here, yeah. So I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else really. I probably could have shown more footage of my old computer, because I have tons of footage even from when I bought my very first computer. I got footage of that sitting around at my old house, but I had to go digging through my tapes, and I don't remember. I'm almost totally sinking in my chair. I think it'd be like this tape. Not that one. What was that?
How we join Jesse?
Maybe I should pause it and scroll through it in case there's something in here that's inappropriate. Whoa. Every scene I click on is something stupid. No. Recording TV. Vex. Now it's not moving anymore. Miles. Hamburger. I thought there'd be something on here really quick that would have, like the old computer. Bob McDonald. Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh boy. You didn't see that. I guess it was mostly blurred out, but that was the computer there for a second. Alright, well. Anyway. Okay, what are you guys saying now? Drunk, tired, confused, all of it in a nutshell. That's what it was back then, but it was fun until I got sick from heartburn, and all booze did for me in the end was make me sick all the time. It wasn't fun anymore. It comes with age, I guess, right? I haven't drank a drop in like, I don't know, 30 years? Has it been that long? No, 20. 20 some odd years. And now it looks like I can't have caffeine much anymore either because of my panic attacks, so I'm falling apart. Old. Yeah. Once you get to the 40 mark onward, then that's when you can't eat whatever you want, drink whatever you want. You have to be careful. Like, I only drink water nowadays. I sometimes have pop, like on a weekend, or... Hard to believe I used to live off pop. I didn't drink water at all. How did I do that for years? Pizza pops and pop. Jeez. Everything is sore for no reason. Yeah, I woke up, my back was hurting. I'm like, what the hell? I do all these stretches, now I'm feeling better, but now my head's hurting, I think because of caffeine withdrawal. I haven't had coffee in a couple days, so now my head's getting mad at me. It was nice to do a live stream to forget about it for a while. Yeah, I don't know. Don't feel like quitting just yet, but I actually got to do a bunch of things. Let's see if I can find one more tape with tape 6. Pause and scroll through it. Mike Jeff's work crap. Oh, there it is. There you go. It's Jesse's ex-girlfriend. And me in my underwear. Wow, that was a long time ago. There you go. Oh, that's a TV. That's chicken.
Hello?
See the computer. There it is. I think he's playing Diablo 2.
No, it's the offline.
Jesse. I think. Oh no, he's playing Warcraft 3.
Playing Warcraft 3.
I just said it. Yeah, that's my old computer. That's the computer I bought for $2,000.
Toward the house. I'm not wearing any pants.
Nah, I don't know. In front of his girlfriend.
Okay, right? Okay.
I was wearing underwear.
It's disgusting. You know, I know how scrawny my legs are.
I was classy. I was so full of class, yeah. But yeah, there's my face. Alright, well, I think I'm going to go for sure now. What are you guys saying? I miss beefaroni. I used to love the cheese and meatball ravioli. I think they still make it, but... Ugh. I remember years ago when my wife first went away to India, like my daughter was very small, I pigged out and I got a can of the old ravioli I used to eat back then. This was 2008. And it made me so sick. I'm like, oh, what? So yeah, even back then I couldn't have it anymore. So my body's like, nope, none of this stuff. Yeah, that's too bad. But alright guys, well thanks whoever's there. Miles, Steve, ZX, Becky, if you're still there. Thanks for coming. And anyone else who happened to be there and didn't say anything, which is fine. And those who watch in the future, should anyone watch, I'll be surprised if I see more than 10 views in a couple of months. And I hope you enjoyed. I'm not gonna announce when I'm gonna do something next because I don't know. Hopefully soon. I'm not abandoning. I'm just very, very slow. Oh hey Sage. Yeah, sorry. I know I didn't announce this one at all. I just did it spontaneously. So you can go back and watch it. Me blabbing about my own PCs over time and a new one I'm about to build. And oh, Sage, you want to see this? This is very important. You see this before I go. I bought new underwear. There you go. That's part of the computer package. Don't forget, when you buy a computer, you have to buy underwear. It's good stuff. I got brain damage. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna go. And I'll see you guys. Oh, maybe I should switch to... Oh, no.
No.
There you go. Now I'm gonna go, and thanks for coming, those who did, and I'll try to make a bigger announcement next time. I need to get a haircut. My hair is all stupid. Whatever. Alright, yeah, Fruit of the Loom, yeah. I actually wanted to buy the thicker underwear that was more like cushiony, but these are cheaper, so yeah. Yeah, see? It's great. I used to wear briefs a long time ago, but when I switched to boxers, I'm like, why did I ever wear briefs? So uncomfortable. You know? Why am I talking about this now? Alright. See you guys. I gotta sign out here. Yeah, we're going. Yeah.